way to the laundromat. I just grabbed some breakfast. Got my coffee here. Good stuff. It's a really nice day today, much better than the last time I tried to do this. And I'm going to go to the park after the laundromat too, because it's such a nice day. And but I've got to do laundry. My clothes are like covered in charcoal at work. What happens is, hold on. What happens is that when animals eat something that they're not supposed to, we have to give them charcoal. And it's like this liquid. It's disgusting. It's thick and it's black and it's gross. And needless to say, they don't like to eat it. So it usually turns into a struggle. And I end up covered in charcoal. And I've washed some of these shirts like 3 times now, and it's just not coming out. So I don't know. We're gonna try it again. But anyway, yeah, I'm like right behind somebody right now, so I don't want to put the camera up because, because that's the way I am, you know. So anyway, we're going to the laundromat. Hopefully there won't be anyone there, because that way there'll be no human contact, and I won't have to, you know, feel my constant sense of awkwardness that I feel. Whatever I may say throughout the course of this video, don't get me wrong, I'm actually in a fairly good mood today, so if anything sounds kind of, you know, miserable, don't take it that way, because I'm actually in pretty good mood. There's a dog in the back seat of this car up here. Anyway, we'll see what's going on at the laundromat, alright? So there were a whole bunch of people at the laundromat, and so I couldn't very well use the camera there. So I'm at the park now. Definitely no people here. I mean, I've seen a couple in passing, but it's nice and quiet here. So I take a walk, and it's such an awesome day out. This is the kind of weather that I really like. Of course, these shaded areas around here are still a little bit muddy, but they're getting better. Hopefully the ground will soak it up soon enough. I'm on the opposite side of the park as I was last time. There's this hill over here that it's really nice. I've always liked it since I saw it, and there's some good memories attached with this hill, although it looks a little different now than the last time I saw it. That's for sure. I'm going to see if I can't find a place to sit down so we can talk a little bit, alright? How's that for peaceful and tranquil, huh? I would get down a little bit closer to the water, but it gets kind of muddy down there. I think where I am right now is about the closest I can get without like getting my feet covered in mud. So some benches over here. We're kind of near a playground. You can probably hear some kids that are back there, but we'll try and get someplace quiet. I'm probably going to keep coming all the way down to the, not these benches, the ones down farther. So what's been going on lately? I don't know, just I think that my change in job and everything has just kind of brought up some issues with me as far as my people skills and my shyness and my awkwardness and stuff like that, and my inability to look people in the eyes and whatnot. It's kind of brought it to the forefront a little bit more than it normally is. I mean, it's always there, but I don't know. Yeah, this looks pretty deserted over here. We'll kind of sit here. I don't know if I'm going to put the camera on me or not. I'm probably just going to set it down over here. Look at the water. Put you on the edge of the table. There. I'll probably, I mean, I don't know. I might move it around a little bit. Let me check my battery power first. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I tried setting my camera up like on the table and then scooting really far back, and I did a little test clip to see how it came out, but I'm such a low talker that you can't hear a word I'm saying. There's a little bit windy here too. I mean, not windy, but there's enough of a breeze where it's picking up on camera, especially when I'm far away. Anyway, I'll set you down again. Like I was saying,
I guess what I want to talk about is because it's something I never really mentioned on here is like what with you know, the video game videos that I'm doing. I've never really explained, not that there has to be a reason, but I've never really explained why. To me, I guess I would have to go back a ways, like back to childhood, because that's when a lot of these games first came out. And you know, like I've said earlier in the car, don't think I'm being miserable or mopey. I'm just kind of reflecting today, and I'm thinking about a lot of things, and I'm actually in a pretty good mood. But I really believe that what happens to us when we're children and teenagers, it kind of shapes who we become as adults. And you know, I didn't have the best childhood, especially school. School was really horrible for me. A very scary time. You know, I lived in fear pretty much every day. And you know, at home things were, you know, problematic as well. And I really didn't have any place of what I felt to be safety or comfort. And you know, this is going to sound probably depressing, but what I would do is I would, we had a TV and a Nintendo down in the basement, you know, of my mom's house, and that's where I would go when I came home from school. I would go down into the basement, you know, in the dark, with nothing but the light from the TV, you know, with Mario and Mega Man running across it, the screen, you know, and that was my place of comfort. That was my place where no one could hurt me or bother me. It's where I was safe, and that's where I spent a lot of time in my younger years. And it just seems like, and it just seems like the rest of the world kind of grew up around me. You know, I think that kind of mentally, I'm still, mentally and emotionally, I'm kind of still stuck. You know, I'm not 37 years old. You know, I'm still that kid that, you know, nobody liked and had to, you know, go to, you know, the world of video games in order to escape and to feel someplace, you know, where I was important. And I know this all sounds really pathetic, but you know, it's just truly how I feel. And so now, in my adult years, you know, I feel kind of, I mean, I always feel strange and weird, but more so in that, you know, the rest of the world, all the things that were okay when you're a kid, they're not okay anymore when you're an adult, and you kind of, you know, grow up and become a part of the adult world. And I have. I mean, my God, I work, I support myself, I do all of those adult kind of things, but inside I still feel kind of stuck. There's other things that have happened to me in my life that I haven't talked about yet on here, and I'm probably not going to, at least not now. But there are things that have happened to me that have stunted my growth, if I can use that phrase. There are things that have happened to me that have held me back, you know, emotionally and mentally. They've kept me at a certain point in life where basically a lot of formative years have been skipped. They've been completely skipped, and they're gone, and I can't get them back. And no, I'm not crying, I'm sniffling. The change in the weather sometimes kind of makes my nose kind of sniffly, so that's what that is. I don't know. So you know, for me, the video games now, is still to this day a place of safety and a place of comfort, and it's not hurting anybody, so you know, it's all to the good, you know. But you know, much like with everything else in life, or in my life I should say, I can't help but feel that that it's not, you know, normal. Or, you know, when you're younger, it can be cool to not be normal, to be different than the others. Having said that, there's a good different and a bad different. you know, all the kind of rebel type kids, the cool kids, you know, they were the ones that were, quote, you know, good different. I was the bad different. I was the weird different. And I've always carried that with me throughout my life, and I feel like I should move around a bit. What do you think? Yeah, I was always kind of the weird, different person, and that's just kind of stuck with me, and that's always how I viewed myself. I still view myself as that, you know, shy, awkward kid that nobody likes, and I don't know why I haven't been able to break out of that. I know a lot of people feel that, but then they grow up and they move on, and I just can't seem to. And I'm not saying I'm like hung up on the past, I'm hung up on my childhood, I'm not, but I'm just, like I said when I first started talking, I believe that it shapes who you are. I believe that we are who we are because of the experiences that we have in life. And for me to feel, you know, less than normal because of that, it's not my fault. And I need to stop beating myself up over it, really. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of walking and talking now, but it really is just very peaceful. I mean, obviously there's more peaceful locations in the world, but as far as close to home, this is probably, this or the beach probably are the, but the beach is, I like going, don't get me wrong, but it's too crowded. And here is just so quiet and peaceful. There's that wind I was talking about. I hope it doesn't drown me out. Maybe I should get someplace a little bit more sheltered from the wind. I hope everything I've been saying is coming up. I don't know. You know, there I go worrying again. You know, I spend so much of my time in a state of worry and fear. I mean, I hate to use the word fear, but I do. I'm always worrying about things. I'm always worrying about what's going to happen, and I'm worried about other people and what they think of me and what they want to do to me. I'm always worried about people wanting to hurt me, not necessarily physically, but I mean, even though I do feel that sometimes, but more mentally and emotionally, I'm worried about people hurting me. And I just, even on a day like this, it's my day off from work, I'm in this beautiful, peaceful place, and yet, and I feel good. Like I said, I'm having a good day, but I don't know. It's just kind of that little bit of a dark cloud that seems to hang over me all the time that I just can't seem to shake. I'm going to see if I can't find a path or something and make sure it's deserted before I keep talking. Okay, hold on. It's kind of a nice bridge. I mean, this bridge is over some, you know, some nasty, I mean, there's even a hole in it, but, you know, some nasty type swampiness. But, I don't know, bridges are always good. They make me feel like, whenever I'm not going down there, it's all muddy. Me and Jen were here yesterday, and yeah, we're not going to go through that mud again, so I'm going to turn around. But yeah, bridges always make me feel like I'm leaving something behind and moving on towards something else. You know, on one side of the bridge is, you know, where you're coming from, and on the other side is where you're going to. Even though I just turned around and went back, so I guess by that logic I'm kind of right back where I started from. Man, I'm going to have to do some editing. I don't know how much of this I'm going to keep, really. So I guess what I'm trying to say with all this, well, I don't know, but I guess I'm going to try and find some kind of a wrap-up or a summary. And that's just to say that I think I spend way too much time worrying that people don't know me, really, or that if they do know me, that they're not going to like what they see, and they're going to think I'm some freak, because I already feel that way about myself. And then if I think that somebody else thinks that about me, it only amplifies it and makes it like 1,000 times worse. And you know, my YouTube videos, I mean, obviously I know that barely anyone's watching, but that's not the point. I'm not doing it, you know, I mean, it's all to the good if somebody should watch them and you know, if they themselves are playing a game and they're stuck and they need some help, and if I can provide that, then that's great. But ultimately, it's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself. It's therapeutic. It's almost like me kind of reaching out to that kid in the basement all those years ago playing these games. It's like my way of connecting with him and letting him know that somehow, some way, everything will be all right. You know, and I need to really remind myself sometimes that people have got a lot bigger problems in life than I do. You know, I've been fairly fortunate. Like I said, I've been through a lot. And I'm sorry that I haven't disclosed everything on here, but I've been through a lot of shit, a lot, and I've come through it unscathed. I mean, I've come through it, at least physically. You know, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, but, you know, the scars that are left behind, they stay, and I guess we're all different, and some people can kind of shake it off, and I'm just one of those people that can't. I'm one of those people that kind of carry it around with me. So, hell, if playing some video games, you know, gives me some kind of comfort, and, you know, everything in moderation, you know, and so if it does that for me, then there's no harm done, and like I said, if anybody else finds anything good out of it, then that's all to the better, because I enjoy helping people when it comes to things that I'm familiar with and that I know. As far as that goes, I guess I'll put this in here, is that by the time I put this video up, Mega Man 3 will be done, all that'll be up, and next will be an interesting puzzle game called The Adventures of Lolo, which, again, I've already got the whole thing recorded, so it's ready to go. I'm getting really ahead of myself on recordings, which is great. I actually like that. You know, what I used to do is just do one part a day and then upload it, and then, you know, if I didn't find the time the following day to record, then I was, you know, SOL pretty much. But so I'm getting ahead of myself with the games, and that's also the good. So so be on the lookout for that. That's coming up. I'm not saying that this is the end of the video. I might keep recording some more, maybe on the drive home, maybe at home, maybe more here at the park. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have to do some serious editing, and I know it. Alright, talk to you in a bit. So, oh shoot, I think the battery's dying. Oh, sorry about that, the battery was dying. But I brought some spares with me. I'm actually prepared this time, go figure. So, it might be a little bit muddy back here, but I don't think so. This is about as, you know, secluded as it gets, I think. My gosh. So anyway, like I said, I'm in a good mood today, so yeah, this is a good mood for me, go figure. But everything's going well. The new job's going well. You know, just like I said, my little issues with regarding eye contact and my inability to do it have been noted and things like that, and you know, I just don't know what to say to that, because ultimately it is what it is. I am who I am, and as far as I'm concerned, there's just no changing it. You know, you can't have 37 years of things ingrained into my personality and then just expect them to change. I don't know, but like I said, there's things about me that I'm fully aware of. I don't, you know, I can't make eye contact. That's great, but I don't need other people to point it out for me, you know, and it has been, and I don't know, it kind of hurt, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm definitely not going to put this part in the video, because this is just ridiculous. I don't think I'm not lost. No, I know where I am. I was just going to say I'm trying to make my way back to my car. This is almost like, it reminds me of a movie. Yeah, I should be right up in here. Here's that hill. Yeah, I know where I am. I'm just going to come around here, and we should be able to see my car. You know, I mean, like here, see, slow down, Steve. See, I even walk fast. Yeah, see, there's my car all the way down there. I even walk fast, you know. I'm always in this mode of, I used to think it was, you know, getting away from people. I noticed I would hurry, like I was trying to get away from them or feeling like I needed to flee from them. But now here I am. I'm like completely alone. Well, there's, you know, one person over there, but still. And I still find myself hurrying. I don't know. But anyway, there's my car. And I don't know, I might be back in a bit to wrap this up, okay? Yeah, so I'm leaving the park now. I guess I don't have anything else to say really, so I'm gonna head home now. Everyone take it easy, have a good day, peace, and I'll see you next time, alright? Bye.